Welcome back to another segment of Anderson Training Systems One Step at a Time Fitness Success Program. This time in this segment we're going to talk about principles and standard operating procedures. This may sound like big, jarbled, corporate type words, but they're real simple. Principles are the bedrock by which we live our life. They're greater than goals. They're something that are very consistent within our daily lives and something that we keep as sound principles, and we never waver from these instances, or at least very, very infrequently. Within the scope of what we're speaking about here, those principles may be drinking enough water every day, enough meaning 1 ounce per pound body weight, maybe eating breakfast every day, maybe exercising 3 to 5 times a week, performing, as we've talked about in other segments, your diaphragmatic or meditative breathing. Those all would be principles within the scope of what we talk about as far as exercise and fitness success in general. There are a lot of people out there that seem to be running around scattered, can't seem to get themselves together, kind of flying by the seat of their pants. Sadly enough, those people will probably never experience the success that hopefully that we're trying to help you accomplish here. You've got to have those principles to keep operating in a real standard fashion. It's a routine. Once you have established your principles and start to live by them and live by them on a day-to-day basis and then a week-to-week, a month-to-month, and a year-to-year basis, they become so routine that it almost makes life easy for you. It makes it so easy that you don't even have to think about it. You just do these things. And that's the striking difference between those people that are always running around putting out fires, scattered, don't know what's going to do. They're never going to make progress with their lives, especially with their health and fitness, because they're dissipating all their energy running around from one thing to the next. They're much like the person trying to plug all the holes in the dam and just keeps coming out towards them. Once you start to establish these principles and routines, and you can simple enough just to start with one thing at a time to turn that into your principle. That's going to be your health and fitness principle, and then to cumulatively add to them. The key is to find the balance, to not overwhelm yourself, but to still give yourself a nice steady principle. One of the ones I really like to start with, and I like to start with easy ones for the most part with people that have not been exposed to this type of thing, are drinking plenty of water, drinking the proper amount of water, which is 1 ounce per pound body weight. And or another really good one is to eat and consume breakfast. Consuming a nice healthful breakfast like in the breakfast segment we talked about is not that difficult. You have to let these principles grow and develop because they're absolutely critical to your success. So critical, as a matter of fact, that you won't have success without these principles. You're not going to see somebody just making stuff up as they go and become successful with the health and fitness program, just like you won't see somebody that's successful in any other aspect of life flying by the seat of their pants. And this may sound like a lot, it may sound like it's putting a lot of pressure on you, but you have to know that if this was an easy process and simple, there would not be so many supposed solutions out there. This is a process which you develop personally, not only just your health and your fitness, but also as a person, as an individual, and you start to walk down a path of really becoming who you should be by developing these principles by which you operate. I'm not a deeply religious person, but the golden rule is do unto others as you do unto self. Many of you probably live by that principle, and what I'm talking about here is no different than that. They're just principles of your health and fitness. So hopefully you can write down a couple, probably between 1 and 5 principles that you want to work on, and work on them systematically and help yourself walk through the process. This has been another segment of Anderson Training Systems Fitness Success Program. I hope you enjoy.